everyone, I'm Ritika and we're going to move through a Vinyasa practice today that's suitable for beginners. We are going to work on Sun Salutations with lots of variations so it's accessible for everyone. And for the practice today, you're going to need a yoga mat and a block. If you don't have a block, don't worry. You can get a couple of books and you can stack them one on another. You should also get a towel, which we might use at the end of the class for a restorative pose. Okay, so let's begin. Let's come to lie down on our mats. So you can keep your knees bent here and just slowly come down. And then take your feet wider than hips width, almost as wide as the mat, and let the knees knock into one another. Take your right hand to your belly and the left hand to your heart. And just tune into your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. With every inhale, filling your belly, your ribs, your chest. And with every exhale, just releasing down to the floor. Using the breath to come into the present moment. You are here. You are here in this moment. Breathing in and out. And observing the quality of the breath today. Is the breath moving smoothly in and out of the body? Does the breath feel choppy? Just observing without changing anything. You can either stay here or you can change the position of your feet, taking the soles of the feet to touch and opening the knees out, coming into reclining butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. Feel free to also change the position of your hands, maybe taking both hands to the belly or taking them by your side. We are just coming into our breath. In this moment, I invite you to set an intention. Use that intention anytime your mind wanders off while you're practicing. It can be anything you like, and it can quite simply be one of mindfulness, one of becoming aware of our thoughts, not judging our thoughts, just becoming aware of where they take us. Another couple of breaths here. And then bringing the knees together, hugging the knees into the chest, and just rocking side to side, massaging the lower back. You can even take the movement into your upper back and just massaging the upper back, the back of the head. And you can either come on the right side and then slowly come all the way up, or you can roll yourself up, taking a couple of gentle rolls here, and then coming to sit. Great. From here, we're going to move on to our tabletop position. Okay, so taking our fingers wide, and right under the shoulders, as wide as shoulders, and then knees as wide as hips and right under the hips. Great. Pressing the floor away from you, puffing up between the shoulder blades. As you inhale, open the chest, arching the back, keeping the neck relaxed. As you exhale, rounding through the lower back, through the upper back, and through the shoulders, letting the head go. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale to round. Again, using that full breath as you inhale, moving slowly, moving with intention. And then rounding as you exhale. Inhale one more time. Open the chest. Exhale to round. And then from here, taking your hips to your heels and coming into your first child's pose. Letting the head go. Always knowing that you have this place of rest as we move through the practice. Anytime you need a pause, you need to connect back to your breath. Come into child's pose. Another breath here. And then slowly move back to tabletop. Find that alignment again, planting the fingers firmly into the mat. And from here we're going to tuck the toes and lift the knees a couple of inches off the mat. We're pushing the floor away so our arms are strong, our shoulder blades are puffed up. We're going to stay here for 3, 2, and 1. And then gently release the knees down. Stay here. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, lift the knees up again. This time focus on your abdominals. Keeping everything cinched in so you're really tightening through those ab muscles, through the sides of the body. For another breath. And then slowly release down. Great. You can go to child's pose at any point. So make this your practice. We'll do that one more time. Keep those toes tucked, pressing away from the floor. Lift the knees up. Keep pulling this navel towards the spine here. Great. You can do it. And then knees down, child's pose for one breath. Take one deep breath in child's pose. And with the exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips up and come into downward dog. So again, look at your hands. Make sure that they are as wide as shoulders. You're externally rotating through the arms here so the shoulders are away from the ears. You're moving the weight away from the floor and you're moving the hips up. Keep the knees bent. Find a nice long spine here and then let the feet move towards the floor. Let the head relax. When you look at your feet, make sure they're parallel to each other and as wide as hips. Great. And now slowly walk to the front of the mat. Here you have a choice of either keeping your feet together or as wide as hips. And experiment, see what feels better for you. And just folding here, letting the head go. Using every opportunity to come back to your intention, to come back to your breath. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling all the way up. So bending your knees, rolling up, lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, And then the chin moves away and up. Standing tall, Tadasana. You can roll your shoulders up and away from your ears here. You have arrived. Great. So we're now going to move through some variations of Sun Salutations. Feel free to do what feels good in your body and what your body needs today. Inhale, take your arms up, shoulders are down, arms are straight. Exhale, bend your knees and fold over the legs. Let the head go. Inhale, take your hands to the shins and find a long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down and come into tabletop position. Great. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. So this is our first variation of Sun Salutations. Breathing here in downward dog. Making sure that the feet stay parallel to each other. That the palms are planted flat into the ground. Make sure you're not putting all of the weight into your wrists. One more breath here. And then slowly walk to the front of the mat. Taking the feet together or hips width. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend your knees. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Wonderful. You can either stay with that variation or you can try this one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, take your hands to the shins for a long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down. Come back to tabletop. Find a nice long spine in tabletop. And then from here, send the right leg back. Send the left leg back. And you're in plank. So keeping the legs really strong here. There's not much that's changed with the shoulders. It's the same as it were in the tabletop position. And then slowly bring the knees down. The pelvis is a little bit tucked here. And then look forward and come all the way down, hugging the elbows in. Come on to the tops of the feet. And just let your forehead rest on the mat for a breath. Then walk your fingers out diagonally to the mat. Come onto your fingertips. And with the next inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, release down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift your head, your neck, and your shoulders off the mat. And then release down. Then come onto your hands. Take your hands right under your shoulders. Press into the hands. Come onto the knees. And from here straight to downward facing dog. Lift up those hips. Another couple of breaths in our down dog. Pressing the weight away from the hands to the hips. And from the hips down to the heels. Using this spinal extension to breathe deeper into the body. One more breath here. And then walking to the front of the mat. Taking your feet together or hips width. Taking your hands to the shins as you inhale for a long spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Great, let's do that one again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your hands to the shins for a long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down and come into tabletop. Find that same alignment for the shoulders. You're puffing the shoulder blades. You're pressing away from the floor, and then take your legs back into plank. Take another deep breath in plank. And as you exhale, bring the knees down, tucking the pelvis just softly, finding engagement in the abdominals, and then slowly coming all the way down, hugging the elbows towards the ribcage. Coming onto the tops of your feet, walking your fingertips out. As you inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, lower down. Walk your hands right under your shoulders. Press into your hands, come onto your knees, and then move straight to downward facing dog. Feel free to take a child's pose anytime you need it. Your connection to the breath is really the most important thing when you're practicing yoga. Couple of breaths in our down dog. Bending your knees, finding that extension through the spine if you lose it. And then straightening through the feet. Your heels don't have to touch the mat. Not necessary. And letting the head go. And then slowly make your way to the front of the mat. Right. As you inhale, take your hands to the shins for a long spine. Don't bump your head into anything like me. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Great. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, take your hands to your shins for a long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down. If they touch, bend your knees otherwise. And maybe straight from here, we move to plank. You can always go to your tabletop first and move from there. But if you're moving straight to plank, make sure you're pushing away from the floor. Your hips are in line with your shoulders. You're keeping your feet really strong. Your legs really strong. And here you are. Slowly begin to bring your knees down. Keep that engagement in your abs. And then come all the way down. Come on to the tops of your feet. This time, just take your hands right under your shoulders. Lift your shoulders up for a baby cobra. Keep your legs really strong, really engaged. Exhale, lower down. One more time. You can roll your shoulders back here. Lift your chest off the mat for a baby cobra. Bring your head down. Press into your hands. Come onto your knees. And then move straight to downward facing dog. Great. Take a deep breath here. And just exhale through the mouth. Take another deep breath in. Just releasing everything. Great. So from here we're going to bend that right knee and slowly walk it right between the hands. You're going to take the left knee down and come into a lunge. So both hands are on either side of the foot. Now from here, you can either take a block if this feels a little challenging today. Or you can take the left hand down and open up to the right side, bringing the right arm up. So we're in a twist. The left hand is planted down and the right arm opens up. You can keep your gaze down, looking at the foot, or you can take it up towards the hand. Make sure that the right knee is over the right ankle here. And keep sending that right hip back so it's in line with that left hip. You can stay here, or for one breath you can lift that left knee off the floor. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand back down and walk the back foot in. You can take a couple of steps if you need to, and then just fold over the legs. The next inhale, come all the way up with a nice straight spine. And the exhale, hands to heart. We're going to move into tree pose on the right side. So pressing that right foot into the mat. I'm just changing my orientation so you can see. Pressing that right foot in, planting it firmly into the mat. Make your left foot really light. And you can either take that open up that left hip, and you can either take that left foot at the ankle, or you can help it up into the right inner thigh. See where you feel comfortable today. So long as it's under the right knee or over the right knee, that's good. You don't want to take it at the knee. And then take your hands to heart. Find a point to focus on. And stay here. Come back to your breath. Come back to that quiet meditation of just observing whatever is going on in your mind. And then slowly release. Okay, come back to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, take your hands to the shins for a long spine. And as you exhale, come back to tabletop. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round. Tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. You're in your down dog again. Breathe. Adjust whatever needs adjusting. And then bend that left leg. Bring that left leg into the chest. Roll forward. Maybe walk that left foot forward. Help it if you need to. Bring the right knee down. And use a block here if you need to. Take the right hand, plant it in, lift that left arm up and open your chest to the left side. Again, have a look at your left knee and make sure it's over the left ankle. So we want to be strong in that alignment as we twist. And then feel free to choose your gaze. You can look at your foot here or at your hand. Whatever feels comfortable for your neck today. Don't forget to breathe. For one breath, see if you can lift that right knee off the mat, keeping that right leg really strong. Great. And then bring the left hand down. Walk the back foot in. Take the feet together and fold. Let it go. Let the thoughts that may have arisen as you were practicing, let them go. Great. As you inhale, Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Tree pose on the left side. So this time, you're going to plant through that left leg. Make it really strong, really stable as you become light on the right foot. And then opening the knee, taking the right foot either at the ankle or all the way at the inner thigh to what feels good today. Take your hands at heart. And again, finding your drishti, your one point to focus on. Maybe finding the smile as you wobble about like me. And then slowly releasing the foot down. Come to the front of the mat again. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, take your hands to the shins, long spine. And exhale to fold. Inhale, press into the feet and come all the way up. Arms reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Great. This time, let's use the long side of the mat and come into a wide-legged stance. So we want to keep the feet parallel to each other. The toes are almost pointing inward than outward here. Take your hands to your waist. But we're not arching the back here, so find that long spine and some engagement through the abs. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, sending the hips back almost as you come down as much as you can with a long spine. And then again, seeing where you are today, maybe you need that block to just rest your hands on, or that stack of books. It can be a big stack. Inhale to lengthen through the spine and exhale to fold. Release the head down. You can shake it yes and no. And just breathe here. If it feels too intense in your hamstrings, you can keep the knees bent. You can keep a soft bend in them because we don't want to hyperextend either. So do what is right by you today. And then slowly taking your hands back to your torso, holding on to your hips. Come up with a long spine. Great. Now we're going to take our toes out. So the toes are out, the heels are pointing inward. I hope you can see. I'm not sure. And then we're bending the knees, and the knees are coming out too. Hopefully, they should be in line with the first two toes. And again, finding that engagement through the abs, really sitting into this squat, getting low. And then taking your arms out, palms facing upward, feeling like a goddess. You can also bounce a little if that feels good, or you can stay still. Breathe here. This one burns. You will feel this tomorrow. And then take the right forearm on the right thigh as you stretch through that left side, taking the left hand to the right side. And then take the left forearm to the left thigh, stretching through the right side as you take the right hand to the left. Come back to center and then just straighten through the legs. Woo. haven't done that one in a while too. Great. And then let's come back to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find a long spine. Exhale, move to child's pose. So again, keeping your knees as wide as you need right now. Taking your forehead down. You can take your arms by your side. And just resting. We're going to do one more intense thing. And then it's rest. Coming back to your breath. Letting go of what may or may not have happened through class today. And going with the flow. Great. So then, let's come back to our tabletop. The last one of the day, I think. And then, you can either stay here, or you can come to that plank position. So taking the right leg back, really strong, left leg back, pushing away from the floor. If you are in that tabletop position, feel free to take some cat-cows, or you can do those knee lifts that you did in the beginning of the class. If you're in plank, you can choose to stay there, or you can do some knee dips. So as you exhale, dip your knees towards the floor. As you inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, tip your knees towards the floor, bringing back up. One more time. Dip your knees towards the floor, bring them back up. One last time. Knees towards the floor, bringing them back up. Downward facing dog. Feel free to take a down dog at this point or child's pose. Do what your body needs. Deep inhales and exhales. And then bring your knees down and come to sit. Great. So, bring your feet together, move into butterfly pose. Again, see what feels good for your body today. If your hips are feeling too sensitive to this, maybe you just hug your knees into your chest. You can also take blocks or the rolled up towel under your knees here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, fold over the legs. Go as far as you can go with a long spine. And then just allow yourself to rest. We're going to be here just for a couple of breaths. And then slowly coming up. Bring the knees in. Straighten through the right leg as you bend through the left, and then let the knee move down towards the ground. Now you can take that left foot, so we're kind of in that tree pose alignment. You can take the foot to the inner thigh or towards the calf. Come to sit in a nice long spine, and you can use a block under your seat here if you need. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, folding over the right leg. Coming as far as you can with a long spine. Keeping your neck relaxed. Another deep breath here. And slowly coming up. The same thing on the left side. Straighten through the left leg. Bend the right knee. And take the right foot on the inner thigh of the left leg or the calf. Whatever feels comfortable for you today. Inhale, elongating through the spine, and exhaling, folding over the left leg. Slowly coming up. We're now going to move into lying down on our backs again. You're going to take the block right under our upper back. So you'll have to look back and align. And this is where if you don't have a block, you can have a rolled up towel and you can take it to the same place. So it's kind of where your bra strap ends, under the shoulders. So our shoulders will kind of be off the block, not on the block, just about off the block. And then you can take your hands right under your head like this, or you can let your head rest on the mat. You can take your feet out straight, or you can come onto your feet, knees pointing upward. So finding whatever position feels comfortable with your feet in this place, at least initially, and just breathing into your chest and this opening that you have created in your upper back. You can take your hands to your belly and just begin to straighten through your legs. With every breath, letting your body go, letting your body relax. Letting your arms come by your side. Staying here for another deep breath. And just exhale. Then rolling onto your side and then just taking the block from under you, coming onto your back and just seeing how that opening feels in the body, how the breath moves more freely, and then hugging both knees into the chest. Straightening through the left leg, keeping the right knee bent, and taking the right knee to the left side as you come into a spinal twist. Make sure both the shoulders are on the mat. You're twisting through your lower body. And then slowly come to center, hug both knees in again. Straightening through the right leg, and then taking that left leg towards the right side. Again, bringing the shoulders down. And then coming back to center, giving your knees a hug and preparing for Shavasana. So let your feet open, move your legs away from each other, Your arms away from the body, palms facing upward. Letting the shoulders move down into the back. Take a deep breath here, and with your exhale, just relax, let go. Coming back to the breath again. Allowing yourself to rest completely. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Aligning the breath with the body calms the fluctuations of the mind. It's from the Yoga Sutras. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. As the body becomes aware of the breath and moves in sync with the breath, the mind begins to calm down. It begins to relax. Take a deep breath here. Slowly wiggling your fingers and toes, moving your head from side to side. And bending your knees and turning over to the right side, coming in fetal position. And then slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Taking your hands to your heart. Take a deep inhale. And chant Om with me if you like. Om. Thank yourself for practicing, for showing yourself love, for taking care of yourself. Namaste.